When I think of Paris, I think about a romantic city. Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, all those delicious pastries, and maybe a few luxurious brands. But there is another side to the city, one that is beneath the glamorous streets, the Catacombs. It is one of the places that I was the most excited to explore, and that's where we're going today. The entrance building of the Catacomb is very close to the metro station, so it is very easy to find. We booked our tickets online, and it includes an audio guide to explain all the information along the way. The journey begins with a descent of 131 steps down. It is roughly 5 floors beneath the streets of Paris. We left behind the lively and busy city above and stepped into a much darker world of the Catacombs. From here, we still have quite a walk from the actual burial site. We need to walk through these long, breathing tunnels first. Some are narrow and some are low, so if you're tall, you might have to duck.
Real tight to the head.
Even I can touch it.
I have to bend down here.
Or else you. My name is you, just me too. I haven't plugged in and used it. Today I can say I did abuse it when I run with great strength.
It's not good if you're claustrophobic.
We stop every time we see the numbers for the audio guide. It tells us the history and the story of this underground passage, what happened and how they built it. These were once passage of mines that are now venerated and reinforced it so that they can still support the streets above. We follow the audio guide to find numbers and inscriptions and some old street names on the wall. They used to help the workers in the old days to navigate themselves in this underground maze. I can imagine it being really easy to get lost here, but now, as an educational tourist spot, our walkway is basically a one-way path. Even though it is super sunny today, almost 30 degrees Celsius, down here it is a chilling 14 degrees. It is damp and cool here, so I would really recommend bringing a jacket or a cardigan. You also need comfortable shoes. Some places are slippery and there's quite some walking. Also, it is not allowed to bring large bags, so you really should be aware what you're going to wear and what you're going to bring during your visit. Soon after the long tunnels, we step into the entrance room of the burial site. There is the famous inscription above the doorway. It means stop. This is the end part of death. This marks the transition from the mining tunnels into the cemetery. It is also a reminder that we are about to enter a different world, and we must respect the death. Do not touch anything, and it is absolutely illegal to take anything. The whole project started with a cemetery collapse. Les Innocents was one of the oldest graveyards at the time, and it was so overcrowded. The cemetery eventually closed down, and the relocation of the mass graves becomes an urgent issue. At that time, both the relocation of the remains and the veneration of the mines are under the jurisdiction of the Paris police, and they figured that it is a good idea to move the bones underground into the mines.
Can you feel how quiet it is?
Yes. At first, the bones are just piled up randomly when being transferred from the overcrowded cemeteries. But in the 1800s, the director of the Paris Mine Inspection Service decided to renovate the space, transforming the caverns into something much more artistic. You see, the bones are carefully arranged into patterns. Skulls and bones are structured into columns and symbols, with archways, inscriptions, and cemetery decoration along the way. It feels more like a memorial, not just any underground storage space. Yes, it's kind of eerie, but also, strangely, it is beautiful. So I guess that's the charm of Paris, right? This is clearly different from the stereotypical glamorous Parisian style. The catacomb is indeed bizarre, and a little bit unsettling. It really hits me, especially when physically being here, standing in front of thousands of remains. Each one of them used to belong to someone, a real person who used to live in Paris. There's something haunting but also poetic about it, so it is a kind of beauty that is different from anything else. There really aren't many places in the world that can give you this feeling, this kind of spectacle. I would highly recommend you to visit this place if you ever come to Paris. And now back to the surface, where the livings are. We're really hungry, so we're going to try out some crepe store nearby. We found this local crepe store not very far from the Catacombs. It is a little bit hidden, but it's super cozy. It seems like we have found a popular local spot.
I think everyone's different here.
Yeah. We got a pot of jasmine tea and ordered 2 savory crepes.
Like appreciate how good the egg is done.
All their savory crepes are organic buckwheat crepes, so it tastes really good.
Take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, take a little bit of this.
Quite good.
The smoked salmon one is not as filling as the beef one. It is on the lighter side, more refreshing, so we have a little bit of space in our stomach for dessert, and we're really looking forward for the sweet crepes. The waiter said we have to try their homemade lemon cream, so of course that's what we're gonna do. I love their homemade lemon cream. It was different from what I was imagining. When they say homemade lemon cream, I was imagining something like the whipped cream.
Yeah, but it's more like a custard.
Yeah. The waiter gave us such a good recommendation because the lemon cream is so good. It's super refreshing and it's tangy and just amazing. We did get super full afterwards. The crepes are more filling than they look. This is overall a super nice restaurant. It's so good to have something warm and comfy and something sweet after visiting the chilling catacombs. This is once again a very fulfilling day for us. We hope you enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. See you soon in the next video. Bye!